Second down following the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Quentin Coples thought he had a future at defensive end in the NFL. Since he switched to outside linebacker, he still has a future, and it's bright.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
This is Coleman, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
They'll send Parker in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Gun. They'll look to throw. Drops it off for Coleman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Let's go!
Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Let's go! 3-19!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Here we go now.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. A good pickup there at 22.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here we go now. 3-19. Over. Here we go now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Leopard. Now let's go. 3.
They begin the drive with Coleman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Now let's go.
Good run there. They will run again with Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Now let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Fresh set of downs here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll look to throw now on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They send Stills in motion. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And for the second time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. He made his first attempt, this from 45.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day, get the blocker away, and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that, well, that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Throwing left side, it's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
One receiver left, 2 to the right.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's brought down. 20 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football. But you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Gonna throw deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll look to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Slot man moves right.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. It's a 4-receiver look, all to the left side. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. 12 yards on the pickup, and it's good enough for a Pittsburgh first down.
Watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Set. V19. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it fourth down after a loss. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals getting set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And now it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skill.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's got time in the pocket. He'll right. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's brought down. 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Steelers are going to have a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll look to throw again, and that is incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will get it at the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Coleman now. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They send Stills in motion. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. The slot man in motion right. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Slot man moves right. Out of the gun now on third down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now out come the Steelers. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll come out throwing here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Jack coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries it for a loss of 10 or 11. Five receivers in the game, four of them to the left side. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And caught right side, Green. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll make it third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll set up to throw.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Back to throw now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And oh my goodness, what a catch at the 6. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Their big-bodied receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And that one puts them on top here in the third. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26. 6-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on first down. On the left side, this is Stills. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw here. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And 4th down coming up.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And taken right on the 30. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see that sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll toss it to Coleman. And some space here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Watch it now. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll drop to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. Give him 3 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And the D looking like they may blitz. It's a quarterback sneak. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Watch left. Watch left. Watch left. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go. Blue 90.
They send Stills in motion.
Black 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series.
All right, now look at 56. Look, Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now look at 56. 39. 56. Green 39. Mike 50. Mike 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This one from 35 yards away. And Lambo will put this one through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the three. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They come up in an offset eye. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. No gain on the play there, second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more as they try and bleed it out.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Another pistol look here. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And it'll bring up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
To throw now on first down. Green with a catch left side. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They come up in an offset eye. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it, and on that play he did, so you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Out of the gun now on third down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Watch it now, Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go. Blue, line it! All right, now, look at 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Is so caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a good gain.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Back to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And he's a reliable target. He's more than that, though. Hey, look, I'm not going to say he's the best tight end in the league, but he's solid.
Yeah, because he's able to block, and that's almost a lost art for a number of the tight ends in the league now, because the most popular guys are almost what we call move tight ends, more like receivers, but those guys who can do it all, there's still a place for them in the NFL.
And now a little bit of a losing skid here, only